Alright, welcome to part 3 of my video journal covering my Canada trip. So, we're starting here. This is our day in Jasper. So, we're starting here on the cable car going up to Whistler Peak, which we're going to hike up to the summit. So, here we are. We've reached the top of Whistler Peak. We're looking down the valley below. Super impressive. Look at all those mounds and all those forests and stuff. They got a real pine bark beetle phenomenon going on here. So there's Mount Robson. It's on it's clear day, so you can actually see it. There's the town of Jasper down below. And we had breakfast up at the top. They have a little restaurant at the Whistler Peak restaurant, and I had a breakfast burrito. Dad had a little breakfast scramble, and there's a train down coming down the valley. You can see the true length of these trains when they're coming down like this. I'm going to go, so yeah, you can see just how long and snaking this stack train down there is. So anyways, as I was saying, they got a real pine bark beetle phenomenon here. It's really, I learned that it's like really just like a slower version of a forest fire, because it does the same effect of killing off old stuff and renewing it, because the trees will just disintegrate to the ground. It just takes a lot slower than a forest fire. So anyways, this is we're now hiking up the hill, the peak. So there's the tram stop down there with quite a view in the distance. So as you can probably hear in the background, I'm super out of breath. So that's because this is a pretty hard trail that we're doing right now, and you'll really be able to hear it, I think, in the next shot. Yeah, you can just hear just heavy breathing and stuff. So this is like one of the rest areas that they put in here, just to put a little bench down or something. We're not about that. We powered through, my dad and I. So here we are. We're further up the peak now, and you can now get a view of the mountains to the south, I believe. I think it was the south. But yeah, it's just so much cool stuff. I think, yeah, Whistler's like a lone peak kind of in the middle of it, because we're surrounded by mountains on all four sides. Oh, here's a little here's a marmot that we just happened to notice, and there he is, just chilling. And here's the summit of Whistler. They got the sundial. That's to kind of mark the summit. And now here is my grand panorama of this whole mountain range situation that we're in. It's just surrounded by peaks on all four sides. And there's the tram station, cable car station. And I decided I'd play with the 90 times zoom here. Didn't go quite as well as I wanted it to go, but yeah, you can see just how far in you can zoom. This is my lunch. We hiked a Subway sandwich. So we hiked a little bit beyond the summit to this little ridge. Just like about maybe a few more 100 yards or so. But that was still a pretty hard hike because we were up so high, so it was kind of hard to get air into your system. But yeah, just some more really incredible views. So that's pretty neat. Another sort of valley that I noticed that's like pretty like nice and verdant and stuff. There's like a stream running through it. I thought that was pretty nice. So yeah, I zoom in on it to emphasize it. So this is on the descent down back to the cable car station. Just some more views of the mountains and stuff. And here we are back on the cable car, heading back down to the main station, the bottom of the mountain. And I took video of the full ride. So just sit back, relax, and I will restart the audio recording once we've reached the bottom.
Oh, look, there's a
moose.
raven right in front of you, so
You lied when
I'm shocked.
No elk.
No, the fly so high.
Drive all the way from BC, don't see nothing.
That's the bear.
Do you know what river is that? Athabasca. Oh, okay.
in my head, if you look way up there, you can see a Y. You almost need binoculars, but it joins the Athabasca.
So flows that way?
Well, it would be on this Athabasca.
Which direction is that? It's flowing up towards
North, yes.
Doesn't look that clean.
That's what I thought, that's why I said.
That's the way it is. We went whitewater rafting yesterday. It wasn't even close to right. It wasn't
I
scary.
saw some rafts. Went on up past
Okay.
Jasper.
It was good. It was safe and it was fun. But I thought it would be way worse.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm setting up right now and I get out so get that joy.
Well, no, that's fine, I don't, I'm fine, that's
She's as close as she gets to get.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Fast motion.
Well, I've been filming it all
They
day.
had airstairs, we wouldn't even know how far that
That'll help us all,
goes.
that'll make it worse.
You can't get a sense of that on the ground. You can see the tail down
There's not really many dead trees this high up. See brown, it's all
They said these yellow ones are all gonna die.
starting to
It
get.
takes 3 years for them to die, to go from green to
Wow.
red.
See the trail here? So the beetles been working their way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they said in 3 years, 90% of the trail it doesn't
Then
kill
the
the
beetles
young
die
ones.
off, so.
Yeah, the young trees
Then will
can
grow.
then kill them off, or fight them off, so the young ones will be off. But all, and actually, first time I ever heard this, the farm said that, like a lot of these trees are 100 years old. And so they're
Everything I have.
almost like this, kill all the old ones,
Right.
and then the new were
Typically a lot of dead trees now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going nuts. This is the first time.
So this is about the same
They can
elevation
see
as
it.
Yosemite Valley from the top of the mountain to the bottom. It's about 1,000 meters.
To kill them off.
Yosemite Valley's at
That's what he
4,000.
said, I had heard before,
The top
20
of Glacier Point's like
to kill them off.
7,400. So it's 3,400 feet or something. So that's about what this
And there
is.
hasn't been in the last number of years. In the same long, cold stretch.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, we don't have them yet.
Yeah.
was about 4 days.
Yeah.
Pretty long days.
We did, what, almost 1,400
Yeah.
kilometers. So that's
Because 13 hours.
7,800 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still don't know what the
Probably.
Yeah, it's just about 7 in one long day.
Yeah, that's a long. Yeah, first day was like 950, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
2 long days were about 750
Yeah.
miles.
Yeah, I usually use the best. Yeah, then your arms are right. You know, that only works with.
And we get in one place.
Yeah, and you can
Five
stay
days
longer.
here,
Yeah.
6
Yeah.
days down in Banff.
Take your time.
3 days down in Glacier, Montana, and then the long drive.
But if you're retired and you can do it,
That's right.
it's okay. Oh, take your time.
Get all the time for the garden.
Just stop somewhere.
Big harvest.
So we're now about an hour south of Jasper at Athabasca Falls. So this waterfall is pretty interesting because it doesn't just fall; it like carved out all this rock and stuff. So just several shots of this, and that's pretty much it for this part. But you can just see just like how this waterfall over like millions of years carved out all this rock. So it's just an epic display of just, raw natural force, at work. And not just the waterfall itself, but, of course, all the rock carving and stuff. And I should also probably note that after this, we were stopped to fill out just a little survey, just see how our time here in Jasper National Park was, and we both gave pretty positive feedback. We had a good time. I had to make a stop in at the pit toilets got over there. They got a glass roof, and which lets all the sunlight in. So I assume I was prepared, so I was breathing through my mouth, so I didn't smell anything. But I assume it must be pretty intense if it's like that. We got a glass roof and letting all the heat in. But I digress. This waterfall is just absolutely incredible. So yeah, I mean, just look at how it just carved out all this stuff. And so this here is the final shot for this part. I guess see you next time.